Welcome back, my bug-squashing cinephiles and basement dwellers, to 31 Days of Horror, brought to you by Sadistic Penguin Studios. With the lights dimming, the tunnels drip, and the penguin doesn't trust anything with more than 2 legs. For day 28, we're diving into the grimy, moldy world of a movie that made cockroaches way too smart for comfort and proved that even early in his career, Guillermo del Toro was out there blending beauty with body horror like it was an Olympic sport. 1997's Mimic. So here's the setup. New York City is getting wrecked by a deadly disease spread by cockroaches, which honestly sounds like a normal Tuesday in the 90s. Enter Dr. Susan Tyler, played by Mira Sorvino, who genetically engineers a new species of insect, the Judas breed, to wipe out the cockroaches. It works for about 5 minutes. Then, like any good science experiment gone wrong, the Judas bugs evolve, grow, and start to mimicking their predators. In this case, humans. That's right, these giant mutant roaches have evolved to look like people. Picture a trench coat in a subway tunnel. It might not be a guy. It might be a 6-foot insect waiting to snap your spine. Enjoy those nightmares. This is Del Toro's first English language film, and you can already see his style all over it. Catholic guilt, monsters are metaphors, moody lighting, and a weird obsession with gears, bugs, and decay. It's part creature feature, part dark fairy tale, and all claustrophobic panic. The atmosphere is thick enough to choke on. You can practically smell the mildew through the screen. And even though the studio butchered Del Toro's original cut, you can still feel his vision pushing through the cracks. Beautiful, tragic, and slimy as hell. It's Alien meets The Fly, but with way more subway grime and fewer HR policies. Mira Sorvino crushes it as the determined scientist who realizes she might have just doomed humanity with her good intentions. Jeremy Northam's solid as her husband, Charles S. Dutton does his usual tough guy with a heart thing, and young Josh Brolin pops up before he even starts snapping universes out of existence. But let's be real, the real star here is the creature design. These bugs look amazing, even decades later. The way they unfold their human disguises in the dark is like watching a living nightmare peel itself open. It's gross, it's awesome, and it's pure Del Toro magic. Mimic works because it's about more than killer bugs. It's about what happens when we try to play God, and nature says, "Cool story, nerd. Now you're food." Even with the studio interference, the film's themes come through. Isolation, hubris, and how monsters aren't always born evil. Sometimes we create them. It's dark, tragic, and weirdly poetic. The perfect prequel to the Del Toro we will see later in Pan's Labyrinth and The Shape of Water. Plus the pacing, that late 90s thriller energy. Chef's kiss. This was when horror could still be smart and nasty. Mimic is a hidden gem of 90s horror. An imperfect but fascinating monster movie that still hits harder than most CGI sludge today. It's creepy, atmospheric, and drenched in Del Toro's signature melancholy. It's also the only movie that made me side-eye every coat rack for a week. If you ever wanted to see what happens when science, hubris, and mutant cockroaches collide, this is your stop. That's day 28 of 31 Days of Horror. Smash that like button like you're squashing a giant bug, hit subscribe before the Judas breed evolves Wi-Fi, and ring that bell before the tunnels go dark. Until next time, keep your labs locked, your lights on, and your penguins always evil. Sadistic Penguin Studios, ruining your sleep schedule, one mutation at a time.
Sounds like bugs.
He said bugs.
You mean bugs? I hate bugs!